Y'all need so bad, puppies. I swear. They need a bath. Them little fuckers stink. Dishes are piling up again. No! Not again. Not again, not again. Damn it. Leave my kitty alone, you little puppy. Leave my...
Today they are announcing that you were longer
I think I'm just gonna smoke and eat real quick, and then I gotta go deal with my doggies.
just absolutely dominating, and that dance and everything came home. Would you like to get the Sabrina
Are signs, perhaps small signs, that maybe on both sides there's an appetite to compromise? All right, Keir Simmons, thank you. To the confusion now over the trade war between the U.S. and China. Neither side agreeing on whether those talks between the two countries are even happening at this point. And now there's a new warning about the dire effects of an all-out trade war and how they could affect us here at home. Senior business correspondent Christine Romans explains.
Tonight, a leading financial firm warning of COVID-era shortages on store shelves in just weeks because of President Trump's global trade war, chiefly with China. The two countries so far apart, they can't even agree if they're talking. President
Hello,
Trump today
hey, I
saying
see
of
y'all.
Chinese President Xi.
Blue Flare,
China
Axel.
says, quote, China and the U.S. are not having any consultation
shit.
or negotiation on tariffs. The U.S. should stop creating
Stop it.
confusion.
Stop
The
it.
trade war between the world's two biggest
Stop
economies
it, puppy.
has
Come on,
major
leave me alone.
companies ripping up their financial projections and has
fucking
rattled
with me.
financial markets.
This level of
Keep biting on my
uncertainty
fucking pants, my
is not
shoes. Leave me alone.
affecting investment spending and planning, and that will have an effect on growth in the economy.
The president says countries are clamoring to make deals.
I think the tariff plan is doing very well. We're resetting the table. We're going to make our country very rich, very, very rich. It's already happening.
But with no new deals inked, global trade is collapsing. The number of containers coming from China to the U.S. cut in half. Dean Croak analyzes freight logistics.
Means higher prices for things like consumer goods, electronics, automotive parts, apparel, machinery. Back to school season is not far away from those items being ordered from overseas. Raising prices is going to be, I think, a very common thing.
Are we talking about truckers and potential job losses for the people who carry these goods?
We are, it's already happening.
Hey there.
Warning
I
from Wall
see
Street
y'all.
firm Apollo says Main Street will feel it soon. Quote, in May, we will begin to see significant layoffs in trucking, logistics, and retail, particularly in small businesses. Meantime, polls show the public souring on the president's handling of the economy.
And Christine Romans joins us now in studio. And Christine, we're learning that companies like Apple already moving some of their production to the U.S.
Well, remember, the first Trump administration, there were tariffs against China, so you saw a lot of companies start to diversify their supply chains to other places like Vietnam, Indonesia, and India. India, where the vice president was this week, of course. It's a major democracy. It's an American ally. There's no trade deal with the U.S. quite yet here. Reports this week indicated that Apple would like to have its U.S. smartphones, U.S. sold smartphones made in India by the year 2026. Something not commenting directly to us about those reports.
We know you will follow those developments. Christine Roman, thank you so much. Here in New York, Luigi Mangione appearing in federal court today. 26-year-old pleading not guilty, this time to those federal charges in connection to the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. ABC's Sam Brock has more on
The potato wedges and the chicken tenders at Safeway on sale today.
Inside a lower Manhattan federal courthouse, where no cameras are allowed, Luigi Mangione's first court appearance in weeks, now wearing prison clothes for this exchange with the judge, fresh off a federal indictment. How do you plead? Mangione responded, not guilty. The plea comes after an early April declaration from Attorney General Pam Bondi on Fox News.
The president's directive was very clear. We are to seek the death penalty when possible. If there is ever a death case, this is one.
Mangione faces 4 federal counts, including murder through the use of a
barbecue, a little
makes him eligible for the federal death penalty. In the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, New York State doesn't permit the death penalty. This court agreed has got to go. But as the public support for Mangione is manifested in the form of chants and major dollars, the government argued in an intent filing overnight that his case merits capital punishment because he sought to, quote, amplify an ideological message and to provoke broad-based resistance to the victim's industry. Mangione's attorneys have called it a political stunt and today pushed back on the idea of holding his state trial before his trial, telling the judge constitutional issues will be impacted.
Get you, Papa.
Try that case first.
It's going to be really tricky for them to get an impartial juror if they've already had this case litigated in the state.
And Sam Brock joins us now with more. Sam, so much going on here with these dual cases. What's next in this case?
Sure. So to circle our calendars for the federal case, the judge Stevens said that they're going to be reconvening in December. The idea for the trial to start in 2026. To offer some clarity as to why you're seeing this sort of issues of concern from Mangione's attorneys, what they are saying is that if the state case proceeds first and there is a conviction, that could prejudice the jurors or jury selection for the federal trial. It could impact the federal trial once he has already been declared guilty of murder. That's their primary concern. The judge, though, today said, look, we're going to set this based on whether there is another case or not. I'm just going to act like there isn't, and this is the only case. It doesn't seem like she's particularly sympathetic to Mangione's attorney's concerns. Stephen?
So many eyes on this one. All right, Sam Brock, thank you. But we're back in just a moment with the jury visiting the scene of the alleged murder of Karen Reed's boyfriend, the evidence they saw in person. Plus, the body camera footage just released showing the moments police shot at the wife of the Weezer band member. And George Santos is back in court. New details on his tearful statement to the judge just before his...
Ah, yes. Wendy's new Cajun Crunch Chicken Sandwich. The perfect kick of Cajun flavors, crispy onions, tangy. I think I can finally tell my mom I found the one. For a sandwich you'll really love, gotta be Wendy's.
Stop, puppies. Back it on up. I guess that's dinner. Not too bad.
Tony's calls with his attorneys. Here's Aaron Petersky.
Short as seems. What does this mean for people?
Face the death penalty has entered a plea of not guilty.
Well, I'm good. Doing good. What does that say? Canaan? Where you tuning in from? Chicken tenders, potato wedges. Safeway. Tennessee. I don't think they got Safeways out there. I'm not sure though. Oh yeah, they had it at Safeway. It was on sale. Did you find the cheeses? You didn't even try looking? Good.
You making another smoothie?
Huh?
You making another smoothie?
Could I?
I'll help you.
I don't know, maybe.
What'd you just say?
Maybe.
Oh, hell
It's a possibility, buddy. Not sure though.
no. Y'all know maybe means no. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. My baby. My baby. Hi, baby. Got more?
More what?
Food.
What food? Give it a break for now. You just ate.
I'm gonna need water. Pass me my blue cup. My water.
How long has it been there? Fat little puppies. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad I went back in there and got it.
Going back there to work.
Safely. I was already in the car. I was leaving. I was like, wait a minute. It's $5 Friday. What they got? Yeah, I'm scared for. She was over was scared. Scaredy cat. I gotta get back to work. I'll eat all my hot chips. All of them too. Hey.
Put my phone on charger.
Why would I do that?
Because my phone is dead.
Yeah.
And take this. My water cup.
Shut up, Star. Hey, leave him alone, puppy. Yep. I'm good. I was good. Hmm. 4:30. Yeah. Better go do what I need to go do. Doggy time. Yeah. Doggy time. Till next time. What are you doing?